He says, I've got the money and the time to live anywhere in the world that I want to. And he said, if I had to choose one place, it'd be right here.
Oh.
I said, Mr. Holmes, I'm sure glad you told me, because I don't have the money, and I've got to work right where I am.
Oh.
But you know, I've thought about that many times. And then I went off in World War II for about 4 years and came back. And I was going to go off and be an engineer, but I had 6 weeks to help a fellow get his landscape business started, Bob Wilson. And every time I'd come home at night, I'd lie down, I'd say, man, I think I'm leaving the thing I really love.
Yeah.
So I decided to go in business for myself after, and I didn't have much money. I had $300 mustard and outpay, and you couldn't even buy a new shovel. Yeah. Well, I had to go up to Fort Pierce to the amphib base there. I got 2 round points, 2 squares, and a couple of axes, and a crosscut saw. And so they had 20 acres, and they planted sugar cane. And Mother said that sugar cane is 3 inches in diameter. There's a lot of good in this marl. There's marl under this ground, you know.
Good growing.
Yeah, good growing soil. Yeah. And look at those cabbage palm trees.
I know.
Yeah.
See, this used to be all real thick, Mr. Rood, and then they cleared it. It used to be like this.
Yeah. Okay.
But I think they might have sprayed those bamboo.
They sprayed the root down at the bottom of the.
They don't see any new shoots or anything.
No, they had those red bottles and the red solution that they were putting on.
If those date palms were on their land, this is your land here, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
How far does your land go?
This is just 1 acre right here.
Clearing is. The cleared area is 1 acre. I planted those palms.
Don't you ever let that acre go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't say that to Frank.
Yeah, I know.
That was his acre right here. He sold it to Wright.
This is it here, yeah.
So Wright 4 years older than she is.
Okay.
Like in 3 months. But she was born there. Then we moved over in behind on the power lines there. And that was we moved over there and we moved into what we call Old Carl Shepherd's. He was a motorcycle. He was a deputy sheriff in Jupiter.
Really?
Yeah. Now that was in 24. Dad was killed in January 24. So we lived on Oxahatchee River Road in 23.
How was your dad killed?
He was an automobile, right?
Out on the point there.
He came off the island. Mr. Griffith, he came off the island. And Harlow and them were down in Jupiter. And so he'd get on and ride home. Well, they forgot my sister Gwen, so they had to turn around. Dad's sitting in the back. He was chewing tobacco. In an old Model T Ford, and you know, it had an open bed in the back and seats. We used it for a school bus. So it had seats on either side, and Dad was sitting there. If he'd had a seat belt or something, he'd still be here. But because he got thrown out, and you know how he was there for about 2 hours before the ambulance. The only ambulance we had was the old Ferguson, which is Quantal Bombs now down on Ollie. That's the same funeral home. Yeah. So, and Bill Bogardus, Bill's gone now. He worked there. And Dad was the first one buried up at Old Jupiter Cemetery by going up the Sand Road. They used to take them up in boats.
Okay.
But he was the first one. And they finally got shell up there, you know.
Yeah.
Unreal.
It is. Well,